Alright, I'm now in John Mess's car, made it to Maine. I hope you enjoyed the end of tape number 1. A lot of exciting stuff in West Virginia and a lot of beautiful scenery driving into Maine with some good music. I hope you all enjoyed that. Johnny, where are we going?
Alright now, Tim, we're gonna go over and pick up a kayak, get our canoeing and camping and kayaking gear together for the week ahead. We're expecting 70s, maybe a little bit of rain here and there, and cool 50s at night, so we gotta plan accordingly, and I'll show you what we're getting at. See you in a few. That's what I'm talking about. Here and be like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Heather. In the small town of Turner, Maine, there's an artist known as Jonathan Mess. He started using his own colors, lines, textures to create something extraordinary in the art world. As an apprentice of his, I've been following his works and ideals, even his vision to come up with art today that is beyond anything we've seen before, something that will transcend the world of what I like to call sort of a funky blend, Creole, garbage, rhythmic art that we're going to see here today by the artist known as Jonathan Mess.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Mess and welcome to my studio. I've been creating a series of porcelain figureheads, which are down here below, which we're going to go through in a moment. And I've also been drawing up some bodies onto clay. This, what you're about to see it's in its early stages of work, and you have to have the vision for the later on. My apprentice Tim is helping me to sculpt and to model some of these heads. So a lot of the portraits that you'll see are actually Tim's clowning faces that he uses for us. Anyway, so let's take a look at the work. This is a piece I had Tim put a hat on and maybe a little side carrying bag. So this is what we call the rutabaga. This is what I like to call the old man Tim. You know, little suspenders, a nice little buckle, and I'm gonna add some chest hair later. This piece here, double-breasted pocket, and some cell phones. You know, this is a model of Tim that he came back from his trip to Iraq and had these special gear and outfits and Swami hats that he was wearing. Technology is very prevalent there. This is Tim the Dude Tim with goatee. Angry Tim with his gimp. Tim the Dude Winter Edition. So what you're looking at here is the actual body of those heads. Created a series of a few of these, some side shots. So the heads, you have to imagine, are in 3 dimension, but the bodies go down into more of a drawing cartoon style. So it actually becomes what I call 2.5D. These are some of the pieces that I drew up really quickly to sort of get a pattern going, and these are without the heads. These pieces are going to be put on canvases and wall mounted in different fashions, you know, to create different looks, different themes, different everything. Some of them are more scary. Some of these objects are what I call debossed. You know, getting into ideas of Pinocchio and being a liar and different things, keys and people and, you know, Native American and, you know, mask and wheel and toothpaste and all kinds of interesting stuff going on. So, you know, I'm just starting a new series. I went to the dollar store and got a bunch of objects which I have pushed into these different pieces of wet clay and to later on pop molds out of them that I pour slip into. So you can see like the different pieces, the army men colliding with nature and natural habitat. I've got man and woman back and forth through the times. Love. Man and mermaid. Who doesn't love a good underwater sea lovescape? And what would any love scene be without handcuffs, masks, sheriffs, trucks running away, some funny glasses, mouse traps, and that's about it.
Fascinating.
Well, thank you.
Hey, come with me. This is a little place we like to call camping headquarters. Right through that door.
Welcome to JJ's House of Fishing and Camping Gear. Tim caught that one in '78, and we're hoping to catch a 78-incher this week. All right, we've got 2 sleeping bags. We've got 2 sleeping pads, a bug net, tent. Got a few dry bags just in case. Spare paddle in case Tim loses his in the rapids. We've got our cooking gear. We hope to see some trout or some fresh halibut in these pans later on. Cut all our gear. We've got our utensils. This is our water purifier. If you look on this table right here, we've got our freshwater fishing gear. This is good for salmon. This is good for trout. These are what you stick into the sand and cast your big rods off of. So this, you put your rod in there and you just hang back with a 420 IPA. These are going to be our striper lures. Tim bought that for an arm and a leg last year. And right below me is the Death Trap whitewater boats that we're going to send Tim over the falls in later on this week. I only buy Preon. It's German engineer, Hypercast PMR GC3, hypermolding. Can take a hit up to 90 miles per hour.
Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let those memories talk to me. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let those memories talk to me.
Right now I'm in the secret underground tavern, or sorry, like a cavern I should say, a secret cave underneath the outskirts of Turner, where it's been known old man Moses lives underneath here, and John and I are going to go try to find him. A little scary though, but let's see what we can find.
Get out of here, you can't!